بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. إخواني في الله، حياكم الله وبارك فيكم وآتاكم من فضله وزادكم من حسنه وجماله. نحن في أسبوع جديد وين a new week ونحن شاكرون لله, and we're thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Before we start, I just want to put out this link for somebody sent me. It has some stories in it. It's not the best organized. It's like a school book. It has a lot of things that it's just like for alphabet and things like that. But if you scramble through it, you might find a story. I just put it up just so you can benefit from it. But it's a school book and it's below your level. It's for writing like basic letters, but there are some stories in it, and maybe you can benefit. Of course, there's some pictures, unfortunately, in it, but you're gonna go past the pictures. And you're going to scroll until you just find a story. Okay? Just scroll until you find a story. And I'm still going to look for something better. Let's get started. Let's get to our class. Okay? We finished this. We're on this lesson. We're still doing kullu. We're going to do this together. We're going to do this together. We're going to take our time. Kullu, barakallahu fikum, kullu is for emphasis. We're learning how to speak with proficiency and that we can understand. It's used for emphasis, especially in these sentences that we're using here. It says, هل سمعت الخطبة؟ هل سمعت الخطبة؟ نعم سمعت الخطبة كلها. Like the question wasn't, did you hear all of the khutbah? The question was, did you just hear the khutbah? I just posted right now. I'm going to post it again. Okay. It's the same post. Grab that post. Send this day's lesson and this. So this is his emphasis that's coming at the end of the sentence. But it has to be equivalent to the correct pronoun. It has to be suitable with the pronoun that goes back to the thing that you're emphasizing. Are you all with me? Okay. You have to consider kullu is always mudaf. So it needs a mudaf ilayh. So the mudaf ilayh, it could be a noun or a pronoun. You could say kullu nas, kullu makan, every place. Na'am. Or you could say kulluhum. Na'am. It could be mudaf to a ma'rifa, mudaf to a nakira. Na'am. Kulla baytin, every house. Kullu buyut, all of the homes. Whatever it is. Okay. Okay, let's read this. We're going to read this together. I'm going to read the first part. You're going to read the second part before me. But let's start with the examples. هل سمعت الخطبة؟ نعم. سمعتها كلها. هل حفظ يعقوب؟ هل حفظ يعقوب السورة؟ نعم حفظ يعقوب السورة كلها. How are we doing? Is everything clear? All right, let's move. I'm going to read it. You're going to answer it, and I'm going to answer it behind you all. I'm going to answer it after you all. هل أخذ زيد الحقائب؟ نعم أخذ زيد الحقائب كلها. نعم أخذ زيد الحقائب كلها. Yep. Just keep posting it. It's all good. No, it's no problem. I appreciate it. MashaAllah, very good. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. نعم. هل شربت زينب المرق? What does that mean? هل شربت زينب المرق? ما معنى المرق? Broth, right? Broth. Broth. Some might say soup. Uh, so some people consider soup that if it has potatoes and peas and carrots in it, and some people consider broth just the water without anything, and that's what maraq is. Maraq is just the water, you know. هل شربت زينب المرق؟ نعم شربت زينب المرق كله كله. هل فهمت الدرس؟ نعم فهمت الدرس كله. نعم فهمت الدرس كله. هل غسلت زوجتي ملابسي؟ نعم غسلت ملابسك كلها. نعم غسلت ملابسك كلها. How we doing? Everything is okay? Any questions? All right. هل رأيت الأولاد؟ نعم رأيت الأولاد كلهم. نعم رأيت الأولاد كلهم. هل قرأت الكتاب؟ نعم قرأت الكتاب كله. رأيتهم كلهم. Would that make sense? نعم رأيتهم كلهم. That would make perfect sense. نعم رأيتهم كلهم. نعم. Very good. هل لقيت المشايخ؟ نعم لقيت المشايخ كلهم أو لقيتهم كلهم. نعم لقيت المشايخ كلهم أو لقيتهم كلهم. How we doing? This is just another lesson in your path to learning Arabic with proficiency. It's just an additional lesson. You have learned a lot of lessons. Okay? A lot of lessons. هل طبختم اللحم؟ هل طبختم اللحم؟ نعم طبخنا. You're going to say طبخنا. نعم طبخنا اللحم كله. نعم طبخنا اللحم كله. هل غادر الزوار؟ What does this mean? What does this mean? هل غادر الزوار؟ Did the visitors departed, right? Did they depart? Did they leave? Did they leave? Did they travel? Did they depart? Right? Did they leave? Did they depart? Means to go away, to depart. And it's a new word. It's a new word. I want you to learn that word. غادر. To depart, to leave. نعم غادر الزوار كلهم. This one be كلو. كلو because they're doing it. They're doing it. When you say طبخنا اللحم كله, the lahm didn't do anything. You say كله because the lahm, but now the zuwar, they're actually doing it. You're going to say كلهم. نعم غادر الزوار كلهم. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. On page 172, we're in the 70s. 172. We're moving. This is a simple lesson, but connected to it is Jumal Mufida, and we're going to benefit. These are the days of the week. And there's a difference of opinion. What's the first day of the week? It's a difference of opinion. If anybody disagrees with me, you're struggling when it's kullu. Yeah, we're gonna learn that. That's not our lesson. That's a lesson in Nahu. That's a lesson in Nahu. And it's okay for now. That's a lesson in Nahu. And we're doing Sarf now. Okay? But I touch on it now and then, just so you can pick it up. Okay? Fasl, Ayyamul Usbu'. What does that mean? Ayyamul Usbu'. Also, I think this is our last week at 6 o'clock. We need to move it up to 5:30. We need to move the class up to 5:30. How is that for you all? Because the time is just moving in so close, and this is a little too close to Maghrib for me when we finish. So we'll spend this whole week on 6 o'clock, but next week we'll move to 5:30. Okay. Right, this week. Oh, but I'm glad you reminded me. 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 Okay, this week we'll do a review, starting from tomorrow. Okay? Starting from tomorrow. Okay? And before I end here, we're going to go back to where we're going to review from. We're going to review from the beginning of Fi'l Maldi. And we're going to review from back there. Okay. Yawmul Jumu'ah. What does this mean? Ayyamul Usbu'. Ayyamul Usbu'. The days of the week. That's what it means. The days of the week. The days of the week. So we have Yawmul Jumu'ah. Wa Yawmul Sabt. Saturday. Yawmul Sabt. Saturday. Well, Sabt means to rest. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, in his book, in numerous surahs, Allah mentions this word here. And I'm looking for it right now. Now, Allah says, وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا. We made your sleep. وَجَعَلْنَا نَوْمَكُمْ سُبَاتًا. From Sabt. Subata means rest. We made it a rest. Subata. Sept comes from the word subata, which means to rest. That's sort of it's in this surah, it's in other than this surah. Surah Naba, verse number 9. So ta'amma yatasa'alun, verse number 9. Waja'alna, we made your sleep subatan. We made it a rest for you, where you relax. So sept means to relax. Yawmul Ahad. Ahad comes from the word one. Yawmul Ithnain. Ithnain comes from the word two. Yawmul Ithnain. Wa Yawmul Thulatha comes from Thalatha. Wa Yawmul Arbi'a. Arbi'a. It comes from the word Arba. And it's not Yawmul Rabu'. Some of them say Yawmul Rabu'. It's not called Rabu'. It's called Al-Arbi'a. Al-Arbi'a. Wa Yawmul Khamis is Thursday. Are we familiar with this? Everything is clear? Let's read these sentences here. 10 sentences. And then this lesson here is about ilm sarf. We're going to stop. And this week we're going to be reviewing. All right, y'all are translating. Y'all are translating. Kam yawman fil usbu'. Kam yawman fil usbu'. How many days are in the week? How many days are in the week? So listen up. I told you this before. When you use come, when you're asking about something, come, what comes after it is singular. You don't say come I am. Like you were saying in English, how many days, how many children. Now you say come waladan lak. It's going to be singular, come yawm, and it's going to be with a fatha, mansuban. Come yawman, come waladan lak, come sayyaratan indak. You understand? It's going to be singular, and it's going to be with a fathatain. Okay? Come yawman fil usbu'. طيب. يونس مرض فجلس في البيت يومين. يونس مرض فجلس في البيت يومين. Yunus was sick, so he sat in the house for 2 days. He fell sick. He became sick, right? He became sick. Became sick. طيب. يصوم. Yunus was sick, so he sat in the house for 2 days, right? يصوم المسلمون 6 أيام من شوال. يصوم المسلمون 6 أيام من شوال. The Muslims fast 6 days from Shawwal. Muslim fasting here. Right, that's present tense. They do this. Present tense. They do this. Present tense. طيب, let's move on. وصلت إلى اليمن قبل أسبوعين. I'm teaching you how to use time. That's the point of this. I'm teaching you how to use time, how to use these words connected to time. Okay. All right. We have some women 2 weeks ago. I arrived from Yemen 2 weeks ago. Very good. أبي سيرجع إلى البلاد بعد 3 أسابيع. أبي سيرجع إلى البلاد بعد 3 أسابيع. My father will return to the country after 3 weeks, right? This one is will. He will return because it has the scene. My father will return to the country after 3 weeks. This is how you speak. This is how you use these words. This is how you use these words. Okay? That's the point of this lesson. يذهب المسلمون إلى المسجد لحضور الخطبة في يوم الجمعة. يذهب المسلمون إلى المسجد لحضور الخطبة في يوم الجمعة. Muslims go to the masjid for attending the khutbah. Muslims go to the masjid to attend, right? To attend is better. To attend the sermon on Yom al-Khutbah. For attending, it's all good. All good. It's all good. لحضور الخطبة, for attending, right? For attending. For attending. لحضور. Attend the lecture. No, it's not that they went. They didn't go. They go. يذهبوا, not ذهب. يذهبوا. فعل مضارع. فعل مضارع. not ذهب. يذهبوا. عندي موعد مع الطبيب يوم السبت. I have an appointment with the doctor on Saturday. I'm appointment with the doctor on Saturday. That's right. أفضل يوم في الأسبوع. I'm sorry. كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يصوم يوم الاثنين والخميس. كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يصوم يوم الاثنين والخميس. Very good. The Prophet used to fast on Mondays and Thursdays. The Prophet used to fast. No. No. Very good. No. No. Very good. The Prophet used to fast on Mondays and Thursdays. أفضل يوم في الأسبوع يوم الجمعة. The best day of the week is Friday. Yes. 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 The best day. أفضل يوم. The best day. It's مضاف مضاف إليه. أفضل يوم مضاف مضاف إليه. Very good. نعم. يوم الثلاثاء بعد يوم الاثنين. يوم الثلاثاء بعد يوم الاثنين. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Afdal is not. Afdal could be followed by nakira. It could be followed by ma'rifa, a singular, a plural. Afdal nas, the best of the people. Afdal waladin, the best boy. Afdal ayam, the best of the days. Okay. Tuesday is after Monday. Tuesday is after Monday. Tuesday is after Monday. يوم الأربعاء يوم الأربعاء قبل يوم الخميس. يوم الأربعاء قبل يوم الخميس. That's our lesson. That's our lesson. Very good. Very good. Very good. What page are we on? 172. Let's remember that page. Because we're going to go back. Let me show where we're going to go back. Is everything clear on this page? Is everything from this clip, from this page here, clear and understood? All right, I'm going to go back. Do you remember that? Don't laugh at yourself. Remember that? مذكر ومؤنث. ما شاء الله. عندي كتاب جديد. عندي حقيبة جديدة. في قريتي مسجد كبير. في قريتي مدرسة كبيرة. You remember that? Ha ha ha. Look at the ni'mah of Allah on you. Yeah, how is that? You've come a long way, right? A long way. Look at the number. Look at the number. Lesson number 4. We're lesson number what? 17 now? That's strength. That's development. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Remember this here? This is an imtihan, a test in nakira and ma'rifa and mudhakkir and mu'annath and mufrad wal muthanna wal jama'. And it's all easy for you now. All of this, you know it now. Zaydun talibun. We're going to say al-jadid, jadidun is going to be jadidun. You're familiar with this now, totally, because it just repeats itself constantly. Right, it used to be hard. But now we're constantly reminded with it. But now what the sentences that we did at this time is just based on this simple thing here. Okay, look at these sentences that we have. Endi darsun, endi darsan, endi thalatat durus. Like as simple as it can be. Are y'all with me? It's as simple as it can be, just so you can concentrate on the point of the lesson. Concentrate on the point. And then these are the preliminary lessons of this book. Preliminary lessons. And we have a test. And then after the test, we're going into what? That's number 6. Asma al-Ishara. What was lesson number 5? Oh, that was it. MashaAllah. Lesson number 6. Tayyib. Remember these words here. هذا وهذه وذلك وتلك هؤلاء أولئك هنا وهناك. هذا رجل وهذه امرأة. هذا ثوب هذه إمامة. هذا بيت وهذه غرفة. هذا بيتي وذلك, and so on and so forth. So on and so forth. We did it topic by topic, topic by topic. What came after this? Exercises, plenty of exercises. This is lead to show possession. This is lead for showing possession. Now it comes up in the book. We have different ways to show possession. You say indi, you can say lead, you can say ladayya, waladayka. Remember all that now? This is the beginning of it. This is the beginning of it. We have different ways of showing possession. Let's look at these Jumal Mufida here real quick. Let's read this here. Li qalaman walaka qalamun wahidun. Wow, look how simple these sentences are. هذا الثوب له وهذا الكساء لها. Are you with me? هذا الطعام والشراب لهما. هذا لك. هل لك بيت في القرية؟ هل لك, يعني do you own it? Do you have it? هل لك بيت في القرية؟ الشيخ له 4 أزواج. يا ميمونة هل لك جلباب للعرس؟ هل لك, do you own it? Do you have a jilbab? المنبر للخطبة. الوضوء للصلاة وقراءة القرآن. That's what it's for. The minbar is for the khutbah, and wudu is for salah and reading Quran. It doesn't feel that, but it's a gradual process. It's a gradual process, and you learned a lot. Don't be in a rush. Give yourself a good year. We're going to take our time, because we want it good. If we want it for Allah, what's the rush? If you want it for Allah, what you going to do when you get it? You're going to be striving for more. Believe me, once you get it and you're never going to be satisfied. Okay, let's continue. هذا المفتاح لبيتي. This key is from my house. يا شعيب هل لك إخوة وأخوات? Do you have this? هل لك؟ هذه السيارة عفوا هذه الستارة للنافذة الكبيرة. What does this mean? هذه الستارة للنافذة الكبيرة. هذه الستارة للنافذة الكبيرة. This curtain is for the big window, right? This curtain, هذه الستارة للنافذة الكبيرة. This curtain for the big. Very good, very good, very good, very good. All right, look at the next one. هذه الستائر للنوافذ بغرفة النوم. هذه الستائر للنوافذ. When I use the singular for sitara, I use the singular for nafida. So now when I use sata'ir as the plural, I use nawafid, which is the plural. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, MashaAllah. And let's scroll down. Let's scroll down. This was our first story in the book. Let's read it. It's our first story. There's no verbs in this whole story. No verbs. No verbs. Let's read it together. Bismillah. هذا الرجل مسلم حاله طيب له رب رحيم اسمه الله هو خالق كل شيء لا إله إلا هو وله دين عظيم هو الإسلام وله نبي كريم اسمه محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام القرآن كتاب ربه وهو كلام رب العالمين المسلم له عبادات كلها لله وحده فصلاته وصيامه لربه تعالى حياته في الطاعة وفي موته الراحة هذا هو المسلم حاله طيب. And I remember I told you have to read this from memory. I was like, oh no. But now this big story is no verbs. It's like it's a simple story. No verbs. No verbs. Preparation. Right? Whoever's idea for us to go back and do review, may Allah bless him. May Allah bless him with her. This is a very important lesson. Mudaf, mudaf ilay. Like you've been hearing about these words. Now you how much mudaf, mudaf ilay have passed you by since we did this lesson? It's in every lesson. It's in every lesson, every lesson. This is you have to learn this before you start studying Arabic. Like these first 9 lessons are preliminary lessons. And you have to know this before you get thrown under the bus. They can't just throw you under the bus. You have to know these things. So, but you know what you have to know before you know mudaf ilay? You have to know lamul mulk. So we learned lamul mulk first. So the questions, the ones on the right are with lamul mulk, and mudaf ilay is on the left because mudaf ilay conveys possession. That's from the meanings of it. And that's from the meanings of it. So you can either say it the long way or the short way. Look at the long way. هذا البيت لعبد الحميد. This house is for Abdul Hamid. هذا بيت عبد الحميد. That's the short way. Mudaf, it conveys, it benefits possession. That's what the lamul mulk does. Are you all with me? So you can say it like this, or you can say it like that. Or you can, somebody is speaking, they might say it like this, and they might say it like that. But you understand. هذا القلم لحفصة. And we don't even have to translate. هذا قلم حفصة. That's the quick way. But if you want to emphasize, you tell هذا القلم, you have this pen here is for Hafsa. Don't give it to anybody else. That's like extra emphasis. You understand the difference? One is more emphasizing. Are y'all with me? So if you don't have the emphasis, you can say هذا قلم حفصة. Now if somebody then gave Hafsa the wrong pen or gave Hafsa's pen to somebody else, you're going to say, هذا القلم لحفصة. There's emphasis in it. نعم. أين المفتاح لبيتي؟ أين مفتاح بيتي? This is a beautiful way of learning. We learn by comparison. This is a beautiful way of learning because it builds one off another. It builds one off of another. Okay? هذا العيد للمسلمين. هذا عيد المسلمين. We're going to stop here. I have to get my class ready for tonight. After we did Mudaf Mudaf Ilayh, we did the questions. Okay, we had a test. This is for istifham. The different ways of asking the question. This is lesson number 9. What do you think lesson number 10 is? Who could guess? Lesson number 10 is on. It's on like popcorn. It's on. Those 9 lessons, you have to know it to study Arabic. Could you imagine? Listen up. Could you imagine we start our lesson with Fi'l Mudari and you didn't learn those preliminary lessons? Could you imagine if you didn't know the pronouns? Could you imagine if you didn't know the connecting pronouns? Could you imagine? So in my mind, I didn't plan it like this, but in my mind, all I said is that I'm going to make a book for somebody that knows no Arabic. They just know how to read. That's the thing I kept on telling myself. And that's what guided me into putting they know no Arabic. I kept on telling myself, he knows no Arabic, no Arabic. What am I going to teach next? I will go back to my wife. I will ask her, this person knows no Arabic. What do we teach next? What do I explain next? I kept on saying to myself, somebody who knows no Arabic. And these people who write these books, they assume that you studied a little bit. No, I don't know anything. Don't assume that I know something. No. So it was not my great plan to do it. It's just from the help of Allah. I used to ask my wife, what should we teach now? What's the next chapter? It's for somebody who doesn't know anything. Are they going to understand that? Like, nope, they're not going to understand that. I make it more simplified, more simplified, more simplified. That was the idea. And now, when this is like the beginning, this book is about Fi'l Madi, Fi'l Mudari, and Fi'l Amr. You all are now in Fi'l Mudari, but that's what this book is about. But we need these 9 preliminary lessons. And that's why we call the book The Basic Fundamentals and Learn Arabic. It's the basics. Al-Mubadi Mufida. Please, I'm not saying this to praise myself. That is hardly the thing. The point that we have to learn how to teach Arabic. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. That don't throw anybody under the bus. Come with Fi'l Mudari, it can mean this, and some of the ulama say that in this book. Come on, I just need the basics. I just need the basics. I don't care what the ikhtilaf is. I'm not ready for no ikhtilaf. Give me the basics. And we have to do this as Muslim people, to be collective on this. We have to be collective on this. And you don't have to follow my book, but you have to get this information to them so they don't. You know how many people quit? Could you imagine the countless number? Do you know how many people study Arabic and they just like forget it? You know? No, and they have the ability and the capacity to do it. But I blame the teachers. I blame the exaggerating, magnificent, overqualified teachers who want to explain the world and the world of Arabic to the people who are in the pond of the alphabet. They're in a little water pond of the alphabet, and they're telling them the oceans, what they think is the oceans. They don't even know Arabic themselves. Anyway, I look at other people's Arabic classes and I just shake my head. And I don't consider myself stronger than any of my teachers, but I just look at them and I'm just like, this is a shame. They're poor students. That's what I say sometimes. Not praising myself, but we have to get this thing done. We have to do it the right way. It's time for us to stop here. This is where we're going to start tomorrow. We're going to start right here on this story. We're going to read it. Um, okay, we're going to stop here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. نعم غسلت زوجتي ملابسي كلهن. نعم غسلت زوجتي ملابسي كلهن. كلهن. نعم غسلت زوجتي ملابسي. You can say that. نعم. نعم. I don't know what was that. How was the sentence? هل غسلت ملابس زوجها? How was the actual sentence? How was the actual sentence? هل غسلت زوجتي ملابسي؟ هل غسلت زوجتي ملابسي? No, you can't say malab. You can't say زوجتي, and you're asking. You're gonna say نعم. زوجتك غسلت ملابسك. You're gonna say زوجتك غسلت ملابسك. Now that's the answer. Are you with me? You're asking the question. غسلت زوجتي ملابسي. So whoever's going to answer your question is going to say نعم غسلت زوجتك ملابسك كلها. Right? All right. Did people start leaving the class? Because our numbers are 17. There's 17 of us here today. I don't know if we went above that. I don't even know. Maybe people start leaving the class. But that's a low number. We were in the 30s. Allah make it easy. Some left. All right. I think I see it like at 25. All right, we're going to stop here. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka